It is the last month of spring, and not only does the weather get hotter, but so does basketball fans' interest in the NBA. The 2021 NBA playoffs are about to start in 2 weeks on May 22nd, with the newly introduced play-in tournament beginning on May 18th, where the Warriors are expected to face off with the Portland Trailblazers or the Los Angeles Lakers for the spot in this year's NBA playoff picture. And gosh, this would be a heated battle, that's for sure. Damian Lillard, who is often compared to Stephen Curry or Lakers superstar LeBron James, would both make an outstanding matchup for Chef Curry and the Golden State Warriors. But despite Golden State fans' loyalty and high hopes on their favorite team, some fans are still in disbelief when it comes to Golden State's chances of making a successful run during this year's playoffs. Today, we will realistically talk about the possibility of the Warriors getting deep in the playoffs this year. This topic might not be one of the most optimistic ones, as we will address the main problems of the Warriors' current team heading into the grandest tournament of the NBA season. Also, I would really need to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious what you, my dear subscribers, Golden State Warriors fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the Dubs' current situation. This video would be rather analytical, so grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling. Firstly, I would like to say that I appreciate the efforts the Warriors have made being led by Stephen Curry and Draymond Green in the last month, and the fact that we have made it in the playoff picture is fantastic. And as much as I like the Golden State Warriors, I must also say that the current situation of our team is pretty tough, to say the least. Let's take a closer look at the most important problems the Warriors are facing right now. Last month, I made a video titled, "The Golden State Warriors Need to Step It Up," where I addressed the main concerns of the Dubs entering the playoffs. So far, so good. The Golden team has a lot of chances to enter the playoffs, but the problems I have listed stayed mostly the same. First and foremost, health. Number 1. The Golden State Warriors have an awesome roster. Really, there is no doubt about it. But the thing is that a large chunk of the most valuable contributors is sitting out due to injuries. Klay Thompson, who is the second option of the Dubs, is a very important part of the team's success, and you don't need to be an expert to know that. He hasn't played a single minute of NBA basketball in almost 2 years, and it is still uncertain how he'll look next season. Add to this the recent James Wiseman meniscus injury, who also was a significant player in the Warriors' scheme, and we have the situation we see today. Last month, the heart and the engine of the team, Stephen Curry, also suffered an injury which scared a lot of fans all around the league. Thankfully, the injury wasn't very serious, and the Golden Boy returned 2 weeks after it happened and continued to carry the team. Not only is health an impactful problem, but it creates even more negatives on a larger scale. Number 2. One of the biggest problems is the stress put on the healthy players on the roster. With the lack of the team's second option, Klay Thompson, all the stress on the offensive end is focused on Stephen Curry and Andrew Wiggins. And as I have mentioned previously, Curry is not exactly the bulletproof type of player, especially considering that he is in his 30s with 2 chronically hurt ankles and is playing as many minutes as the youngsters on other teams. Not only is he playing heavy minutes, but he leaves his heart and soul on the court each and every game, playing just like he did 5 years ago during his unanimous MVP year. It is also worth mentioning that with the absence of the young center James Wiseman, all the pressure on the defensive, post-game, and rebounding sides of the game is now on the shoulders of veteran Draymond Green and newly acquired JTA. And now Kelly Oubre Jr., who's taken a step forward this season, is out with a torn ligament in his hand and is expected to miss another week or 2. Quite frankly, if one part of the current Warriors machine falls off, for example, Curry or Green are out, then the injury-beaten Golden State squad wouldn't stand a chance against mammoths like the Lakers or the very solid Trailblazers. Hopefully, all the players will be fully healthy during the first round of the play-in tournament, where the Warriors would clash for a place in the playoffs. Number 3. There's inconsistency of the young core in terms of taking over the game. In fact, the Golden State Warriors have great, young, and very promising players like Damian Lee, Jordan Poole, Kelly Oubre, and James Wiseman, but on the other hand, they aren't really reliable pillars of the team when it comes to leadership. Kelly Oubre Jr. was in a shooting slump at the start of this season, and it took him a few months to get out of it, and during this period, he was basically dragging the whole squad down. Jordan Poole has proven his ground while Steph Curry was absent last month and put up 10 20-point games in a row. But after the superstar point guard returned, Jordan's numbers steadily declined overall. While James Wiseman is still a rookie who is very talented and will most likely be a key part of the Golden State Warriors in a couple of years, his lack of experience leads to inconsistency. For example, in the recent game versus the Milwaukee Bucks, Wiseman had a stellar game, putting up 25 points only in 13 minutes on 46.2% shooting, but 2 games before that, in a matchup with the Toronto Raptors, all of his stats suffered a massive drop, and in 31 minutes, the rookie scored only 9 points on a low 36.4 shooting percentage with a plus-minus ratio of -32. Add to this the fact that rookies are often caught in a moment and try to overplay, showing their best, which sometimes leads to incidents like James Wiseman's injury a month ago. A young core needs veterans to lead them so they can shine, but with the aforementioned factors in over-reliance on stars mixed with their injury proneness, this often makes veterans unavailable. This situation seems like a vicious circle, and the Warriors have to change something quickly to get out of it. Number 4. Inconsistency leads to one more problem: uncertainty. And with all the aforementioned factors, fans can't be 100% sure in the Warriors team. Nobody knows if Klay Thompson will return to the same level as he is used to. Nobody knows if James Wiseman will be a star or his career will be plagued with injuries. And nobody knows if Kelly Oubre Jr. will decide to stay in the Bay this summer. The position the Golden State Warriors are at is a tough one, and it would take a minor rebuild to shake things up. If you feel sad or angry after this video, I would suggest you listen to this little closing statement. Being a Warriors fan is not the most fun thing in 2021, but all teams in the NBA have struggled at least once in their history, and Golden State is not an exception. We can't forget, we still have the best shooter of all time, a unicorn power forward, and a rookie who is considered a future star. And this is something not many teams can be proud of. Stay loyal, stay safe, and make sure to watch the Warriors clash on May 18th. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with the problems I have listed? Do you think it is a great idea for the Warriors to shake things up and to acquire new players this offseason? If yes, tell us what player would bring the most value for the Dubs. Do you think that the Golden State Warriors have a chance to make a deep run or win a title this year? Tell us what you think in the comments down below. And once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about Warriors players. Thank you for watching.